Good morning, everyone. Today we're gonna head out to, what is it, Bellevue, I want to say. Or not Bellevue, I'm sorry. Out by Puyallup, Washington this morning. We're gonna head out right now because it's snowing up in Snoqualmie Pass, and not that it's gonna make anything faster, but we're going to IAA. And for the ones that don't know, when you go to IAA, if you get there late, yeah, you're pretty much going to be there all day, and I am not trying to be there all day. So right now I'm going to prep up my coffee. Ooh, it's a little slick out here. I'm going to get my coffee ready, turn on the truck. I'm going to move the white car actually in the garage. I'm going to let this truck warm up real quick, and then yeah, I'll have my coffee. This is a power only day, so we're not taking no trailer, no nothing. We're literally going to drive the 180 miles out, and or deadhead 180 miles out, and then from there we're gonna hook on. It's gonna be a tough one. Today's gonna be a challenge because the one that we're hooking onto has a significant damage. I don't even know that we'll be able to bring it, but there's two of them actually, so I don't really care. We'll bring one or the other, but I want to bring the most damaged one and get that one out of the way, so that way it's one less thing that I got to worry about. So I'm gonna give you guys a clip of the cold start. It's about 20 plus, 20 degrees or so. I know you guys like the cold start on these trucks, so hang tight and I'll get you guys set up for it. So we got the door locked there, the lights are off. That's just for the garage opener. Anyway, so give me a second, guys. There you go. So I got the jack from my garage there. It's a low pro jack because the unit that I'm trying to pick up today sits fairly low, and I don't really want to deal with the headache of having to find something else to kind of jimmy rig. I'd just rather just take this with me and kind of have it as a spare piece, because you never know when you're going to need it. And just one of those things that, what's that say go, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Might be overkill, might not be, I don't know. However, it claims it's got undercarriage damage coming out of IAA. You never know. I'm used to it. I can work around it. It's just, I don't know. There you go. Yeah, I guess just get ready for the day and see what we kind of figure out. Like I said, if I can't get that one, then I'm going to try to bring the other one. You guys will be with me alongside and kind of see what the experience is for a fifth wheel in-op. And this pays pretty decent. However, it's not far from home. That's the only reason I'm taking it, because this is kind of the easy week, I guess, kind of my off week. I mean, I'm always trying to find something to do, but usually when I do, it's something that goes out of state, so it's never really like local stuff. Local stuff for me is something I use just to kind of fill in the gap and try to stay busy with whatever and keep my truck running. So, but anyways, so yeah, I'll bring you guys alongside with me. We'll see what we're up against, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you know, we can work something out. Just kind of depends what the overall condition report really ends up being, because a lot of the IAA or insurance auto auctions or whatever they call them, and co-parts, they tend to kind of give you the basic of the basic when it comes down to the knowledge. They don't really give you like the rundown as to exactly what the problem is, so, or damage, I should say. So anyways, yeah, I got my coffee. We're gonna go fuel up, probably get an energy drink to back me up on top of the coffee, because I'm honestly pretty tired. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll see you here at the fuel up. All right, well, I'm fueling up right now. I went and got me another energy drink because Lord knows I can't just survive off with coffee. I know it's going to be a hell of a long day. In case you guys are wondering, Aiden, why in the hell are you getting expensive fuel? Well, for one, I have an account here. Two, I get an additional 10 cents off on top of the 26 cents that I get off from having the account and using it with my Loves card, the rewards one. The other reason, as expensive as it is, and yes, I can find it still for another 20 to 30 cents cheaper, because this fuel, or diesel I should say, it's already pre-treated. So, you know, it's one of those things that it's already pre-treated. I don't have to run the anti-gel stuff through the system or the fuel tank or whatever. And it's good quality diesel. I have yet to come through a situation where I have to encounter bad fuel with Loves. It's just one of those things that you start to experiment, you know, in different areas, different fuel stations and all that stuff. And quite frankly, you know, I've heard stories. I haven't, you know, had anything happen, knock on wood, but I don't even take the gamble. And it's not to say like Loves is the best, or, you know, however you want to put it at. It's just, you don't really get to hear anything bad about Loves as far as like, hey, you know, there's, you know, somebody got some bad fuel. No, because these guys are, you know, they're up to date with their fuel quality testing and all that. And, you know, it's one of those things that, man, if you commit a crime right now, this is not the time to do it. You got 5 cops right there, and then you got an additional 6th cop right there, and they're all sheriffs. So yeah, don't play around today. Anyways, the fact that they do test their fuel quality and everything, it's still, you know, it's still ultra low sulfur diesel, which is not so great for the CP4 pump, right? But there's fuel additives, so, you know, that kind of goes out the window, and that's on the responsibility of the person. But overall, I haven't had problems with Loves as far as the fuel quality goes. I've only heard of problems with other big stores, if you know what I mean. And, you know, yeah, cheaper can be better for the time being on the short term, but on the long run, on your injectors, on your pump and all that, it prolongs the life of it. Because like I said, you know, these guys here, they not only are they, like, you know, they have the anti-gel already basically in their diesel from the pump, but the lubricity, you know, the additives that they already come with, that you don't have to go and spend the 20, 30 bucks or 40 bucks in some instances to buy the bottle just to, you know, carry around for another week or two, just to throw in there. It doesn't hurt to do it. You know, I'm not against it. However, you know, if you know what you're putting in your truck, and you know you don't have to do it, and you got that peace of mind, then have at it. You know what I mean? And I'm one of those. And as my truck stands, this is 330,000 miles. I do change my fuel filters with OEM stuff, Mopar, every 10,000, 8,000 miles. I know it's a little overkill, but I do it because, you know, at the end of the day, it needs to get done, and I'd rather do it right when it starts to kind of wear in, I guess you can say, or start getting anything as far as, you know, the debris or whatever, start to slowly build up into it. So anyways, that's the reason as to why I like Loves. So it is what it is. Everybody's got their personal preference. It's not a you're better than me, or I'm better than you, or, you know, I think this or that, or no, it's just my personal preference is Loves, and that's that. Heart of the road, it's there for a reason. So anyways, let's hit the road, and I'll check in with you guys once I'm getting close, or maybe when I'm already there. I figured, and as my gut was telling me. So I couldn't record it. I'll see if I can right now. However, it's kind of in the awkward area there. So the first trailer was like a 2001, really old trailer. Really beat down, to say the least. The landing gear is bent. It's so bent that you can't even retract it up or down. It's pretty much, that's a towing job's job, you know what I mean? It's not a transport. That's what I do, is I transport, not a tow company. That's definitely a towing company's job. It's really old. The tires, luckily, they didn't look like, you know, they were cracking or whatever, so I was kind of having a little bit of hope when I saw the rear end of it. The damage is definitely undercarriage. The back is pretty much blown out on that thing, and it definitely does need work. I mean, obviously it's coming out of IAA. It's gonna be that unit right over there, but it's like dropped. Like the fifth wheel, or the kingpin itself, is so low that it lines up with like the bumper of my pickup. So even if I was to raise it up, it's too far from home kind of thing. So anyways, that's the one that I was trying to pick up, but it's not gonna happen. So we're gonna move on to the next one. It's a 2011 maybe, or 12 Dutchman, fifth wheel. So that one's a little bit newer. It's got roof damage. You can't really see it, but this is the first one that I was trying to pick up. You can't really see, but the landing gear's bent. I mean, it's beat down. The second one that we're gonna try to attempt is gonna be that guy right there. All right, quick update. So I can't really film inside. I'm just gonna throw it out there, guys. I really can't film inside. I'm gonna park this thing right here. Oh, that's gonna put so much pressure on my transmission, but I don't have a choice. So there's the unit right there. That's the Dutchman. I gotta tilt my mirrors to the top there. Yeah, that other one, I'm hoping I can get the guy. So they ended up bringing the forks in because the landing gear, actually I'll show you guys. So this landing gear, you can't see it. This is why I don't like doing them, but it also pays pretty good. So you see the bracket, how it's busted, and then it's busted up here, and then it's somewhere up there, it's broken where it just shakes. I mean, you can see it right there. It's just completely disconnected off the shaft piece, so it's not doing nothing. So I ran power to it, and I can just hear it just clicking and clicking and clicking. I wasn't doing anything. And then this side of the landing gear, this side's missing, as you can tell. So I don't have a choice but to basically mess with it, you know, trying to raise it up manually. So anyways, I had the guy come out, forked it and lifted it, and at that point I pretty much backed it all in. And once I backed it in, I locked the fifth wheel in place, and yeah. Don't really get that kind of help around here, believe it or not. They're pretty strict on that, but they were nice enough to get me out of here. I think they just didn't want it here anymore. I can only imagine the other one. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for tomorrow too, with that 3-axle, that long nasty old one. I don't really want to do it, but it pays decent, and it's 2 of them, so you know, might as well just get it over with. The other one's a lot more worse shape. The other one's got like the back tail end off. The landing gear for sure is bent. I mean, it's terrible, like really, really terrible. So I don't really have much of a choice but to kind of just deal with what I get. But I'm really hoping tomorrow I can get the same guy that came out with the big forklift and fork it from underneath and lift it up to where the fifth wheel kingpin levels out with my actual fifth wheel, and I could just back up and it connects straight to the kingpin of the fifth wheel, the older one, and hopefully, fingers crossed, and I can get some power running to it. to where at least I can get lights or something. I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, it's one of those deals that the back tail end is pretty much beat down to where you have no power whatsoever as far as the tail lights go. So I guess it really wouldn't matter. So anyways, that's the update there. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start heading on back, and I'm gonna hit up the guy that bought it, see how he wants to go about it as far as where he wants to put it, and if all goes well, I should be there in about 2.5 hours and maybe have it offloaded in a matter of 15 minutes. But I'll keep you guys updated once I'm out there. So other than that, I'll see you guys here in a second. Pulling up to the address. I'm not going to record the people that are involved in it. Just you know, trying to keep it mutual with people. I don't. Some people are comfortable, some people aren't for the most part. So I try to keep it fair and square with everyone. But yeah, it's a 2011 Dutchman fifth wheel RV is what we're bringing in. So I'm roughly getting about loaded up 11.8 miles. That's with all the hills and all that. So. Not too bad, 34 footer. Anyways, let me get situated with these guys, and then we'll see what's up. So give me a second, guys. All right, we've officially offloaded. Now we're just pretty much empty-handed here. So overall, the trip wasn't so bad. I mean, I guess it could have been bad if I would have really picked up the older unit, which that'll be the second run. But I think it's, I can't remember the information on it. So right off the bat, the important stuff: fuel, MPG. This thing was getting roughly about 11 miles to the gallon when it was loaded. Keep in mind that was a 2011 Dutchman, and I don't know what it was as far as the model number went, but it was like a 34 foot, I want to say. I could be wrong, maybe it was a 36, kind of in between, but I want to say it's 34. And it probably weighed about a dry weight, curb weight, however you want to call it. It probably had a weight about like 9,000, maybe 10,000 pounds. I'm gonna say 9,000, just to keep it simple. It's, you know, going up the hills, down hills. Yeah, that was on average 11 miles to the gallon. Now that I'm empty, I'm roughly getting about 16.8, which if you round it to the nearest, it's going to be 17 miles to the gallon. So I mean, it's not bad for sure. You know, I don't think it was a bad day. Could it have been better? Not really. I think, you know, for being an NOP and coming out of IAA, I think it's still a good deal. I'm not going to complain about it. So anyways, before I wrap up this video, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. You know, I'm still new to this. I'm trying to break loose from the habits of being a little shy, or however you want to call it. YouTube's not really my thing, and I'm just getting out of my comfort zone. I'm really forcing myself to get out of the comfort zone. It's so weird because it's like I'm talking, and in my mind, right, I feel like I'm talking to you guys, whoever that is, but reality is, it's like I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, man, I feel weird. You know, I feel like I'm living my own little world here, and it's weird. But anyways, it just, yeah, I do appreciate you guys dialing into it, you know, and I really do hope this helps anybody that's looking into getting into this hotshot stuff, whether it's power only or auto enclosed. You know, it's too soon for me to put it out there, but I know eventually I'm going to get into cars and just kind of doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But guys, don't be afraid. You know, comment down below. I can't emphasize that much more. Like, if there's anything you want to know about, like how to run this deal or how I started and all that stuff, feel free to reach out to me. I mean, it's one comment away, and I'll do the best that I can to gather my information and my thoughts to get back to you with accurate information, or at least base it off of my experience, because at the end of the day, I do want this channel to be about my experience and how it can help you guys. And and of course, like, if you guys get a kick out of seeing me do the day-to-day stuff, and you guys want more of it, then yeah, I'm all for it. As eventually I'm gonna break loose on the habit on feeling weird because I'm talking to a phone and not anybody. So it kind of I'll get over it. I'm not too worried about it. I'm really forcing myself to get out of my comfort zone for it. But anyways, I don't want to make the video too long, as I said before, so I just want to keep it simple at the same time, so yeah, if you guys enjoy it, comment down below, let me know what you want to know. If you guys like it, throw a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I am very thankful to have you guys alongside with me today, and I hope to have you guys alongside with me from here on out. Even if it's one or two of you, doesn't matter, just something. At least now I know who I'm, I got someone to talk to, right? So anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I will see you here soon, probably tomorrow or maybe sometime next week. I don't know. I'll try to be consistent on it. So anyways, with that being said, guys, I will catch you on the next one.